So is the latest VW a truly fresh model? It certainly looks like one, but the newcomer is named after a well-known ancestor. The Scirocco was one of VW's most popular models back in the 1970s and 80s. The newest reincarnation out of Wolfsburg has a sleek and sporty personality. It's a look and feel that Volkswagen has cultivated. VW's head of development Ulrich Hackenberg says the Scirocco was planned as an affordable sport coupe. It's meant to be emotional and sporty, as well as affordable. It should definitely express the sporty gene that the first generation of Scirocco so impressively displayed. The old Scirocco is rarely seen on the road anymore. It's become a collector's item. Volkswagen stopped producing it 16 years ago when the sport coupe was retired from the German carmaker's fleet. The Scirocco was popular. Between 1974 and 1992, VW sold around 800,000 of them. After retirement, it quickly acquired a certain cult status among fans. Now VW is trying to surpass that reputation with the Scirocco's descendant. Designers in Wolfsburg were told to be creative, and their efforts have produced a real beauty. The new Scirocco feels powerful and dynamic. It's a hurricane on wheels, and a looker as well, especially up front. VW designer Niels Poschwata says that's where original elements from the old Scirocco were taken over. It's wider, and that keeps the new Scirocco low to the road, he says, and is also a way to show that the new car is an interpretation of the original. The roofline diverges from VW's standard look, which usually slopes gradually to the rear. The Scirocco ends in a hatchback, another sporty detail. Volkswagen also wanted the car to be practical for everyday use. The 292-liter cargo space can be expanded to over 750 liters for larger loads. The motors on offer aren't new. They can also be found in other VW models, but the car maker has also borrowed a page or two from the old Scirocco handbook. The hood is popped up with a metal rod, for example. The hood clamps are also based on the design from the original. We test drove the most powerful version of the new Sport Coupe, which harnesses 200 horsepower. The leap from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is accomplished in a very respectable 7.1 seconds. And at 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers on the road, fuel economy is also top-notch. The interior is sporty as well. The cockpit has been lifted from the VW EOS convertible. It looks tidy, and instruments are well laid out. The extravagant door handles are a nice touch. Poschwata says that to introduce an extra element of sportiness into the model, the VW engineers designed a triangular handle that was totally different from any other in the VW fleet. The materials are high quality, and drivers who aren't satisfied with the series standard 6-gear transmission can upgrade to the dual-clutch direct shift gearbox, or DSG. The combination of a 200 horsepower engine and DSG translates into a whole lot of driving fun. The upgrade costs close to 2,000 euros, but it helps the Sport Coupe master tight curves without a whimper and stick to the street like it's running on rails. A new Scirocco with the model's top engine costs around 25,500 euros in Germany. Demand for hardtop convertibles has been increasing for years. Willy Wonder and Silke Prior are already the proud owners of a Mercedes SLK. But today they're going to test two smaller hardtop convertibles. The Opel Tigra Twin Top and the Daihatsu Copen. The Daihatsu's curves make it a real eye-catcher. It's only 3.4 meters long, making it the world's smallest hardtop convertible. 15-inch light alloy rims are standard equipment, as are the fog lights. The Opel is already a common sight on German roads. At 3.92 meters, it's quite a bit longer than the Daihatsu, and it looks brawnier than its Japanese rival. But there's not a lot you can say about two parked cars, so it's time to take them for a spin. Both offer room for two people. The Daihatsu's flat design provides a better field of vision than the Opel, which sits higher.
Sunshine, sunshine reggae.
The Opel leaves a little to be desired when it comes to driving pleasure. Both steering and pedals seem to lack precision, which makes you feel like the car doesn't grip the road very well. The Copen is somewhat sportier than the Tigra, but although its steering is more precise, bumps in the road are more noticeable. Unfortunately, if you're planning a weekend getaway, you'll have to choose between closing the roof or going alone. With the roof packed away, the Daihatsu's cargo space drops to a minuscule 14 liters. The Opel's 167 liters seems generous by comparison, and the Tigra's high rear makes it easier to stow the roof. Both cars are comfortable. Electric windows are standard. The Opel's center console is well arranged. Leather seats are optional, but they come with seat heating at no additional charge. The Daihatsu seems sportier. Its instruments and round air vents radiate a racy feel, but the quality of the materials doesn't measure up to the Opel standard. The roofs of both models open or close in around 15 seconds, but only when the cars are not in motion. Under the hood, the Tigra has a 1.4-liter Ecotec engine that packs 90 horsepower. The Copen's 1.3-liter gasoline engine generates 87 horses. And thanks to its lower weight, it's almost 3 seconds faster in the acceleration test, from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, Daihatsu doesn't offer stability control for the Copen, but its handling is nonetheless impressive. In Germany, the Opel Tigra Twin Top starts at 18,300 euros. An extensive safety package and many comfort functions are standard equipment. The Daihatsu Copen starts at just under 18,000 euros. On paper, the Copen is a real roadster. You'll have to look far and wide to find a comparable car in this price class. So what do our test drivers think? Willie favors the Tigra. He thinks the metallic black paint looks great.
Einfach klasse. Der Tigra ist meine Wahl.
Meanwhile, Silke prefers the Daihatsu because it's simply the right size for her. She says it's very flexible and a cinch to park. To sum things up, it's clear that whoever purchases a compact convertible is more likely to be swayed by emotion than facts and performance data.